dream I know, deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
Hello reality viewers, welcome back again to Reality Latest Gist, the home of news and politics. For this channel, we dey drop news every day and we dey react to every videos wey comes our way. And na reality news now we dey drop for this channel, and we dey also dey talk am as e be. If today na the first time we say you dey come across this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, I appreciate all of una for una massive support to this channel. I say may God bless all of una in Jesus name, amen. I get video wey I want present to una this very moment, and I go dey follow una dey watch the video. After we don watch am together, make we drop our opinion constructively for the comment section. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
Within the Labour Party is Prince Kennedy Ahanotu, Deputy National Secretary of the Labour Party, and Akingbade Oyelekun, Fractional Labour Party National Legal Advisor. Welcome to the show. I mean, let's go straight to it. And this question is for both of you, but Kennedy could go first. Kennedy could go first. What is really happening in the Labour Party? Who is the chairman of the Labour Party? And who is trying to scuttle the chance of the Labour Party at the tribunal? Kennedy, you go first, and afterwards, Oyelekun could go afterwards.
And thank you so much for this opportunity once again. I've always said it that illegality is illegality anywhere it happens in the world. And what actually happened is that on the 5th of April, Kimbade and her papa, some 5 individuals, attempted to hijack the party office by breaking into the party office and distributing positions to themselves without a prior notice of any meeting of any sort, either for the NWC or for NEC. No notice was given. We have a platform, and they hijacked the party, besieged the party office, broke into the party office, and distributed position to themselves. And immediately the same day, decided to recall back people that were suspended in the party in due process. And beyond that, they went ahead to say they have dissolved the campaign council without consulting NEC, without consulting anybody. Beyond that, and again, beyond being preemptive of their actions and the things they have committed within this short period, on the 7th, a notice of withdrawal, for example, was issued in Edo State, where Akingbade was said that he represented the Labour Party without consulting the national chairman and leadership of the party to withdraw cases of our candidates in Edo State, one Ativie in Edo State. There are instances where a candidate from Obi have also called that such action have been taken also against him, and also in Lagos. And so what is happening is that the Labour Party is truly under attack, and the instruments that are being used are that same Akimbade that is the former legal advisor, because NEC have suspended him, and I think that is the background of what has been happening. Okay,
Mr. Akimbade, you like a rebuttal to what he has said? Why are you guys in the Labour Party going to withdraw the cases? Is it that you don't stand a good chance at the tribunal? What is going on?
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Kwabati, thank you, Rufai, thank you. I want to say it emphatically that there was never a move, there was never an attempt to withdraw the petition of Peter Obi from the tribunal. Of course, I also read it on the news online and all that. And I challenge them. I challenge them to present documents where we actually filed to withdraw the petition of Peter Obi from the tribunal. There was nothing like that. You know, Kennedy and his cohorts, they are just alarmists. They're confusionists. They don't even know what they want. They don't know the direction. We are not ready to withdraw any petition of the Labour Party. And not that alone. He talked about what happened in the party. What happened? I mean, the build up to this crisis. Like I told people, no crisis in Labour Party. We only have misunderstanding. Now, we're talking about a court of competent jurisdiction giving an order to restrain 4 officers that were indicted by police investigation reports. Not Labour Party report, police investigation report. And the Party National Working Committee acted on it. And he spoke of the fact that we broke to the office and all that. There was nothing like that. As a matter of fact, we got to the office, acted on the order of the court. because messages were sent to members of National Working Committee. Kennedy Anotu, who used to speak from both sides of the mouth, came up and said, hey, he did not receive and all that and all that. From members of the National Working Committee were 18. 4 were restrained. 2 were initially suspended. 1, we lost 1. So we left with 11. 7 from 11 met, which formed quorum, and we took decision. So when they say we never met and all that, some people are located. No. The decision of the National Working Committee is bound on every member of the National Working Committee. And I want to also let us know, and the world to know, that it talks about in Edo, Labour Party candidate is Murphy, not TVA. No, Murphy went to court and won because he participated in the primaries of the party. And he became the winner. But Abure, Julius Abure, the former national chairman, in his usual way, collected money and changed name. Now, these are the things that happen all over the country. Like in the case of the police report, one Ezeoko in Ebonyi, his name was also changed because 200 million was collected. The person who paid the money wrote a statement before the police that he paid 200 million in 4 instruments. That was why they changed the name of a candidate of the party. So what we did in Edo is to stand by our candidate, Mr. Murphy, and say no, the former speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, UTVA, is not our candidate because he never participated in our primary. The person who emerged at the primary is the person we are giving support. But how can somebody go to court and say, oh, I'm the candidate when you are not the candidate of the party? So we are asking the court that that person who filed this matter is not our candidate, and the Labour Party is withdrawing from there. We are giving support to the real Labour Party candidate who emerged from the primary of the party. So that's the situation of things.
Okay, first let me make a comment. I mean, someone listening to both of you will probably say, look at Labour Party, the same party we were accusing of not having structures, but put up quite a remarkable performance in that general election. Isn't this a case of Labour Party leaders not being able to manage progress or success, if you like? But the question I wanted to ask you, Akingbade, is about the election petition. There was a story this morning that we were reacting to, quoting Mr. Peter Obi, saying that INEC should be neutral, that INEC should not have filed a notice of preliminary objection. But INEC is first respondent in the case filed by your party at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. What kind of neutrality are you expecting from INEC? And to you, Kennedy Ahanoto, if you are there and you are hearing me, what is the position of Mr. Peter Obi on all this conflict within the party? Has he said anything about it? Has he intervened? You, the warring generals, like the warring generals of Sudan, have you made any attempt to bring him into the picture and see how he can help resolve some of the crises? Let me start with you, Akingbade.
All right. I stand 100% with the position of Peter Obi in respect of the matter at the tribunal. 100%. Why? Because we believe that INEC is the umpire. And then, of course, there is a need for neutrality, despite the fact that, of course, they are also responded in the matter. We are saying in the first place, you need to come clean. You need to come clean. Now, our petition by Peter Obi before the tribunal is alleging irregularities and all that. But we are now saying that what we are alleging, you cannot come from behind to say, oh, what we are saying is nothing. No. We have put something on the table by faulting that process, by questioning that process. So INEC cannot come and say, oh, there's nothing there, the election was free and fair. No. When the entire world questions the genuinity of that election, questions the fairness of that election. So we stand fully, 100% with the position of Peter Obi on that regard.
Okay, Kennedy Ahanotu.
Thank you, my senior uncle Abati, for this opportunity once again. Let me first of all take on some points that Akingbade there have mentioned. For example, he said that they formed a quorum and the message was sent. I put it to him that even in his phone, there is no text message with respect to that meeting, and let him open his phone there for you to see. And all of them that attended that meeting, they can't give a proof that there was a text message sent to any of them. And he said there were 7. I put it to him that there were 5. Favor, Akimbade, Lawan, Daramola, and Alhaji Apapa. Because the other person that made them cease have refuted his attendance of that meeting. So he came out on public media, on AIT, and said that he was deceived to come to that place. And Dr. Olorunfemi, a humble man, a very respectable young person, he withdrew his participation. So it was 5 of them that came. And again, Uncle Abati, we are running a political party with constitution. For you to remove the national chairman of a political party, it's there in our constitution that you, beyond calling for NWC emergency meeting, you must be able to call NEC. And that NEC called will serve for that purpose of removal of national chairman. But to tell you how desperate Akimbade and his co-travelers are, they came that particular day, they sat, and again, I'm surprised that Akimbade passed through law school. Because as far as I know, there is no court of competent jurisdiction that have indicted Abure. This is just an interim order of police, which I have here. I can send a copy to your staffs here with me. They will bring it to you. That order says, in fact, the 3 points made by police is that one thing that struck me about that police report is that they said that this report is purely for information, that is not vetted by their legal team, legal department, and it cannot stand anywhere in terms of legal practice and legal presentation. It's on that report. And they made this report based on one-sided evidence, that it was only one person that have made presentation and have made a statement with respect to that case. And that was why they are giving that report. And what happened? Why did they give that report? Interim report, police interim report, was because in the heat of our campaign, Julius Abure and some of us that were committed in that campaign, we are saddled with our campaign activities. We are the only political party that visited virtually every senatorial zone in Nigeria. So Julius Abure kept writing the police that, please, bear with us. The moment the campaigns are over, I will come. And as a public figure, as a respected gentleman in the country, immediately we are done with campaign, Julius Abure visited the police. And they took statement from him. And again, the final report is out. The forensic report is out. And again, a barrister in the person of Akimbade is saying that he came to the party office. Is he not supposed to be a legal advisor of the party? If there is any case against an officer of the party, who should advise? Who did he advise? Rather, he went and connived with somebody that used to be our state chairman in Ebonyi State, who was given ticket on interim basis to hold brief, as a placeholder when we are not having a candidate. And the young man at some point came back and said that he must be the one to produce the governorship candidate. And the party said no, that since you have withdrawn, it is the party that will decide who will match the governorship candidate. And the party went into primary when the Oko he mentioned have withdrawn accordingly. And the young man said that he's going to fight, that he can't accept it. And he fought it. The reports are there. Akimbade should know, as a lawyer, that as long as Labour Party is concerned, it is not the court that will decide the Labour Party leadership. The Supreme Court have said it, Appeal Court have said it, that the leadership of political parties is not subject to discussion by any court. It's not what the court will decide. It's a family business. And Akimbade that is here shouting, making noise, is more corrupt than any other person in the Labour Party. Since I joined this Labour Party in 2017, after the passage of Not Too Young to Run Bill, I ran an election in 2019. And I've taken time. I'm the youngest among them, Uncle Abati. And I can tell you that I've understudied most of them. Akimbade that is pointing finger at Abure is a more terrible human being. Let him take me up to that. I am willing to challenge him to any point with
Kennedy.
good evidences.
Kennedy.
And
Kennedy.
With the question you asked me about Peter Obi's, thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead, answer.
Can I take the question you asked me about?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. With the question you asked about Peter Obi's response, Labour Party is a political party, it's an institution. Peter Obi is the leader of the party by virtue of being our presidential candidate that made the party proud. Peter Obi was there in NEC. We had NEC in 18th of this month in Asaba. You could see Peter Obi. What statement do you expect him to make on cases that are already flying around in the court? He was there in the NEC organized by the party. So he has made a statement for appearing there at the NEC organized by the party. What more statement is that do you expect from Mr. Peter Obi? Well, I don't think there's any other. He was there. He has been with the party. We've met with them after that. So the party is remain one, and the national chairman of the party, as long as there is no court of competent jurisdiction. And again, once that ex parte order was given, after the process we are undergoing, the judge may have to come and tell us why an ex parte order should be given in a situation where you're supposed to protect the property. Who is the property here? Labour Party. But this ex parte order that we're giving, was he not destroying the party? Is he not destroying the party? An ex parte order that has criminal tendencies must be hard. You must put the other person in notice. We are Abure put on notice.
Okay, Kennedy.
What has the organizing secretary has to do with signing signature? What has the treasurer has to do with signing signature?
Kennedy?
So you see that there is conspiracy of interest
Okay,
here.
Kennedy, I need to come in here. He who alleges must prove. Kennedy, you have to prove to me on national TV why you say Akingbade Oyelakun is corrupt. You have to prove it to me now, number one. Number two, there are also allegations that Mr. Bure took over 200 million. What's your rebuttal to those allegations? Then, Mr. Oyelakun, my question for you is, in all of this, what's the way forward, and what will be your rebuttal to Kennedy's allegation that he will make now? So, Mr. Kennedy, go ahead. Prove to me, like you said, that Mr. Akingbade Oyelakun is corrupt. You have to prove and show evidence.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you, my good uncle. It's on record that in 2014, we had a very thriving candidate in Ebonyi State. In fact, we won that Ebonyi State election, and the winner was declared by INEC with just 200 and something votes. It was this same Akingbade. In fact, before this 2023 election, we were hiding Akingbade from some candidates of the party, because they said if they see Akingbade, they will no longer run under the platform of the party. Ebonyi State governorship election, Akingbade withdrew it. He can't say he didn't withdraw it. Without due approval of the party, Akingbade went and withdrew Ebonyi State governorship case from the tribunal. He's there seated with me. Let him say he didn't do that. Again, there are several instances. In case, my brother, I have a brother that wanted to run for House of Reps in Lagos. Akingbade defrauded him. He's still alive. And he's willing to in fact, he's doing a petition against Akingbade with evidences of all the money they collected from him. He's seated there. Let him point at me in area where I have defrauded anybody in this party. Let him point. But I'm putting it to him that he withdrew the case of the party. He has a track record of illicit engagement and activities. And that, I can't wash his pants like beyond this, what I've said on public, on this national TV. Let me just leave it at this. But if you want us to go washing our pants, I'm willing to do that. And again, about Julius Abure's 200 million.
Can you hear me, Kennedy? Kennedy, no, please, just go ahead. Yes. You can watch it any way you want on national TV. You know, because you made this allegation against Mr. Akingbade. So if this is only these two you have as allegations, no, you can go more. Go ahead, because he's going to reply to you, and you have to provide evidence. You can go ahead and watch it more.
Let him take...
No, it's not only two. You just go ahead more. And the second question I asked you, did Abure collect 200 million as alleged by Mr. Akingbade? But please go ahead and keep watching anything you want to watch. Let's watch Dirty Lenience in public. Yeah.
I want to respond to that. Julius Abure that I know him, and I've worked close with him because I served him as the Deputy National Secretary before he upgraded to become the national chairman, and he has made us proud as the national chairman of the party. And I can say that Julius Abure didn't collect that amount. But beyond that, anybody that feels he has been defrauded can go to court and bring proofs. So let them go to court and prove that Julius... In fact, they accuse me of collecting 200 million naira in just concluded Imo State primaries. But I wish I collected it because I needed it to advance there's a course I'm doing now, and I need money to do my thesis in case any Nigerian wants to help also. So if I have that 200 million, I won't be complaining about concluding a course I'm doing currently. So Julius Abure didn't do that. He didn't collect that amount of money that was said he collected, and anybody can prove it. And again, I don't want to go beyond these 2 points that I made for courtesy sake, and I'm entitled to my own opinion. But again, for him to go to the court in Benin to attempting to withdraw a court process that is already going on without due approval of the necessary bodies and the institutions of the party is also another reason why I said that Akingbade has been engaged.
Kennedy, would like Mr. Akingbade to react. Mr. Akingbade, you've heard all he has said. What's your reaction to all of this?
What Kennedy was, as at 2015, was making reference to. Kennedy was one of the messengers we were using to put to gather documents so that we take to INEC. All right. Now, so Kennedy was not in the center of anything we do in Labour Party as at that time. Now, I want to take us straight. My name is Oyelekan Akingbade Oyelekan, not Oyekuku. No. I'm Akingbade Oyelekan. All right. In 2015 in Ebonyi State, our candidate there in the election was Edwards Okwegu. We participated in the elections, and at the end of the election, we went to the tribunal. Along the line, the leadership of the party, under the late chairman, A.A. Salam, and the day secretary, Kayode Ajulo, who is alive, discovered that the candidate there was not be with APC in that state. And the party said, no, you cannot be in Labour Party and you have not been with APC. You need to take a stand. He was invited to Abuja. He had meetings with the leadership of the party, in which I happen to be one of them, myself, late National Chairman A.A. Salam, Mr. Kayode Ajulo, who is still alive, and Kalisto Sokafo. 4 of us were there. We attended to him, we listened to him, and the leadership came up with a decision that if it is sure that you are not leaving the party, you need to sign a bond with the party. All right? And that will be the basis of our engagement, of our relations. As at that time, this candidate did not sign the bond, refused to sign the bond. And the Labour Party leadership concluded that, oh, we must go ahead to fight, to withdraw Labour Party from that petition because we are not going to work with APC in that state. And that was the decision of the party, not Akingbade's decision, the decision of the party. And the person who actually gave the direction was the then national chairman, A.A. Salam, with the secretary, the national secretary, as at that time on ground, Barrister Kayode Ajulo, gave the approval for Labour Party to withdraw from that petition because we were not ready to have anything to do with APC. So for Kennedy, who was a messenger at that time, he doesn't know what we were doing. So he couldn't have been speaking for the party. Now, he also talked about the issue of allegations and that Akingbade is corrupt and all that and all that. I want to say that I handled in Lagos alone, I handled almost 76 cases for Labour Party. I have not been given 1 kobo. Now, at the Federal High Court in Abuja, I handled 24 states cases for Labour Party, and I won all. I've not been given 1 kobo for that, whatever. Now, at the Court of Appeal, as we speak, in Abuja, I handled about 21 cases for Labour Party. For now, as at now, I won 12. We're still expecting the other judgment. I've not been given 1 kobo. If somebody like Kennedy is talking about being corrupt, he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, because Kennedy is also benefiting from the fraud of Abure. Kennedy is benefiting from that because he used to collect some some little crumbs from Abure, so he can be speaking on behalf of Abure. Abure on national TV collected 200 million from the candidate in Ebonyi State, and the candidate before the police, not before Akingbade, not before Labour Party, before the police wrote there that
You have to wrap up now because we have less than a minute to go. Hello?
All right.
Yes.
Now, so the candidate in Ebonyi State who was substituted eventually wrote before the police statement that he never knew any candidate was there before, that they told him that he needed to pay 200 million, and he paid them in 4 installments. 50 million payable to the account of the national treasurer, who now disbursed same to all these 4 national officers who were fingered in that matter. So I don't know, we are talking about documents here. I'm not surprised that Kennedy is speaking outside the box because he doesn't know what the report contains. The report indicted the 4 officers. Now, there is something at the bottom of the report saying it is not for public consumption. That does not mean that it is not useful. We are talking about reports from the police. The police on their own can act on that report and file a matter. The crime is a crime against the state. Not only Labour Party, fraud. We are talking about forgery, perjury. It's against the state. And we are saying that we stand with Peter Obi 100%. We stand with the mandate, with the competence, with the character, with the capacity.
On that
we will
note,
not withdraw any petition against Peter Obi. And we want to beg them to look for another story, because this one is already outdated.
Okay.
Look for another story.
Okay.
We are far ahead of you when it comes to issues like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Akingbade Oyelekan, for taking time out to defend yourself. But the only caveat is that there is something called dignity of labor, right? So a messenger is also a major contributor to a process. And some messengers have gone on in life to become chairmen of even multinationals. And thank you also, Kennedy Ahanotu, and to both of you. We hope it will be well with Labour Party. Thank you very much for joining us.